to Ray's radio show. Sit back, relax, and join us for this fun-filled evening.
Welcome to the show, it's time to go. Request your faves, let's start the flow. Ray's on the air, the mic's in hand. Get your tunes on demand, dial that number. Make your call, your choice, your voice, we'll play them all. Feel the vibe, feel the beat. Ray's flavors taste so sweet. Ray's flash, request on the air. Turn it up without a care. Your songs unite, you say, Ray's flowers all the way. From pop to rock and in between, we'll play your hits, your music dream. Ray's got the jams, it's your time. Make your request, let's shine. Time to share what you love. Ray's got your tune, push and shove. Your request, your pick. Ray's on the mic, make it quick. Ray's flash, request on the air. Turn it up without a care. Your songs unite, you say, Ray's flowers all the way. We'll play your hits, your music dream. Ray's got the jams, it's your time. Make your request, let's Ray's flowers, request on the air. Turn it up without a care. Your songs unite, you say, Ray's flowers all the way. All the way. Ray's flowers all the way. All the way. To rock and in between, we'll play your hits, your music dream. Ray's got the jams, it's your time. Make your request, let's shine. All the way. Ray's flowers all the way. All the way. It's time to go. Request your faves, let's start the flow. Ray's on the air, the mic's in hand. Get your tunes on demand. Dial that number, make a call. Your choice, your voice, we'll play them all. Feel the vibe, feel the beat. Ray's flavors taste so sweet. Ray's flowers, request on the air. Turn it up without a care. Your songs, your night, your say. Ray's flowers all the way. From pop to rock and in between, we'll play your hits, your music dream. Ray's got the jams, it's your time. Make your request, let's shine. Time to share what you love. Ray's got you too. Push and shove. Your request, your pick. Ray's on the mic, make it quick. Ray's flowers, request on the air. Turn it up without a care. Your songs, your night, your say. Ray's flowers all the way.
What is up, Juice Gang, and welcome to the Race Flays Radio Show. This is going to be another amazing show for you. Holy moly, holy moly. A beautiful Monday, 6:06 p.m. here in California. A little rain, but that's okay. That's what we're going to talk about today. It's going to be out of control, Juice Gang. Welcome in. This is the Race Flays Radio Show. As you know, it's about passion. Whether you're a cook, whether you're an artist, maybe you paint crazy murals, maybe you're a rapper, maybe you're a singer, songstress. This show is about your passion, what it is you do, and why it is you do what you do. Tell me what you guys think about. What do you guys think about when you think about Bakersfield? Do you think about snowy roads, trying to get over the grapevine on the way out of town, trying to get back home? Right now, it's probably snowing like crazy over there. We'll find out from our guest today. It's probably snowing down rain. Korn is from that area as well. You're probably thinking about Korn, crazy band from the Bakersfield area. What do you know about Def Dames? Anybody know about Def Dames? Huh? You don't remember Def Dames from the late 80s? One of the first female artists, a duo from Central Valley, Bakersfield as well. If you don't remember, let me play a little Def Dames for you. Hold on real quick. Let's get that going. There's my friend. Let me go to the screen cap and get you a little Def Dames. Let's get this party started. See what I'm saying? Set it off. Def Dames' famous album, 2 to 4 Bass was the name of the album. Super huge. 976 Boom, if you remember that song. Peaked at number 19 on the billboards. Out of control. We love music on the show, so I hope you all don't mind me playing a little bit of music. And then I don't know if you remember these guys, the Baker Boys. They are from Bakersfield as well. They had a radio show out there in Bakersfield. Eventually made their way over to Power 106 on that Friday Night Playbuzz.
It's the Baker Boys with an album, It's the Baker Boys, and we hope that you like it too. Cause it's the best of, because it's the best of the Baker Boys.
There you go, a little taste of the Baker Boys in the morning. Hopefully you guys remember that. They were awesome back in the day. That's how it goes, the Baker Boys. Holy moly, holy moly. Let me get in our guest today, all the way from Bakersfield. Please help me welcome Mr. Niko Cochise. What's up, my man?
What's up, y'all? What's up? How's it going, bro?
Good. Thanks for popping in.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Niko Cochise, one of the new hot artists out from Bakersfield, California, blowing up. He just launched a new single March 3rd called God Mode. Is that correct?
True. Yeah.
Let's play that one for them. Let me find that for them real quick.
Yeah. Bust that down.
Cochise. God Mode, the new single here on the Race Flays Radio Show. There it goes. It's got those epic violins, those Godfather violins in the beginning.
Yeah.
Moving at God speed, I'm in God mode. Stacking up like I'm working at a Costco. That's when it finna pop, I said pronto. 4, 3, 2, 1, let the bombs blow. Moving at God speed, I'm in God mode. Stacking up like I'm working at a Costco. That's when it finna pop, I said pronto. 4, 3, 2, 1, let the bombs blow. Moving at God speed, I'm in God mode. Stacking up like I'm working at a Costco. That's when it finna pop, I said pronto. 4, 3, 2, 1, let the bombs blow. Outside like Porsche, like you tryna ball like Mike, making plays all night. Who address getting swiped higher than a kite, cup full of mud, dirty Sprite, and the wood full of trees like a forest in the night. By sunrise, everybody finna have a little slice. It's some real horror stories I can't talk about in life. Niggas playing like I won't shut it off like Latifah. All you heard is onomatopoeia. Kick a nigga to the rocks like I'm littering his trash ass, getting blast fast like a missile went. Doing foul, spitting on him through the whistle vent. I'm running the game and niggas still talking from the bench. We ain't worried about shit, check the stat sheet. They ain't even on the paper, hold on at me. They some herd ass niggas, I'm a black sheep. Been in that fast lane, ain't been asleep just last week. Moving that God speed, I'm in God mode. Stacking up like I'm working at a Costco. That's when I'm finna pop, I said pronto. 4, 3, 2, 1, let the bombs blow.
Stacking up like he's working in Costco. Holy moly, holy moly. Let's go. If you're just joining us, Niko Cochise, all the way from Bakersfield, California, with the new single, the hot single, God Mode. Holy moly, what an amazing hit. One of the things I recognize, bro, about your music is it's very like high quality. Like the master is what I'm talking about. Like somebody's mastering this really, really well at the end. Like who's producing all this stuff for you?
So I did most of my work, my work with someone named Jay Riley.
Jay Riley, come on the show.
Actually, yeah, Jay Riley. Shout out to Jay Riley. But yeah, we worked on like my last album, See You There, together. He mixed and mastered every single song. I'm the one that usually like comes finds beats and stuff like that. But as far as like mixing and mastering, he helped me out a lot with taking care of that responsibility for me.
Wow.
And so big shout out to him with and he's got his own studio. I'm from Bakersfield, but I actually reside in San Luis Obispo.
You're in San Luis Obispo?
I've been in SLO for 8 years now.
Oh, crazy. Do you know all my peeps up there, like Shelby Knight and all them?
Yeah. Say who?
Shelby Knight, she's a singer up there, and we have a bunch of artists from up there.
Sounds familiar for sure. And I think I'm like Connect the Coast. I used to be part of Connect the Coast, and just like I'm definitely tapped in. And Ventura area.
Garrig's up there. I don't know if you know Garrig.
Yeah, me and Garrig was just in the studio 2 weeks ago.
Oh, crazy!
My guy.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I didn't even know that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm in SLO. I'm in SLO. I've been here for 8 years, so I consider myself a local now. You know what I'm saying? I've been here long enough, established myself here as far as like people knowing my name around. But yeah, I really found my grounds as far as music here in this city.
Really?
I think my early upbringing in Bakersfield and like me just learning some of the ropes, it got me like to my talent level where I needed to be. But I polished my music here.
Do you think that because I've listened to some of your songs, like I forgot which one it is, where you're like, there's drama going on next door, and I just like put the bass up because I don't want to hear what's going on. What song is that?
That's Cockpit.
Cockpit. That's right. Yeah, Cockpit. That was listening to that earlier, and it was like and that song, and then also there's a couple other ones where you kind of allude to your area, like in Bakersfield. So do you think like the stories themselves are Bakersfield, and then you take that and you kind of prime it and you create with it in SLO?
100%. I feel like a lot of things that like I went through growing up, and even in adult life, you know what I'm saying? I think like those are stories and like things that like as an artist and like I like things that like I need to express, right? I feel like it's part of me. It is part of me, and I feel like me not telling these stories and not being like vulnerable as an artist is doing like the fans and like the audience that I'm like aiming towards a disservice by not giving the full everything. And so like every time I hop into like a song or like in a writing process, I really just try to tap into like I try to tap into everything, to my past, my present, my future, where I want to go. I really just try to tap into all of that. But definitely those stories and stuff like that, it's definitely mostly Bakersfield based for sure.
Hell yeah. You know Lost Boy Casillas?
Yes.
Lost Boy Casillas in the chat. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for listening tonight.
My boy Cassius, man. My boy Cassius.
Cassius, that's how you pronounce it. Lost Boy Cassius.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Hey,
Awesome.
good to see you in here, man. Thank you.
Crazy, bro. So what I was gonna say is like when you because I was talking to the Classified about the same thing when he was here.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable, I think that's super, super important as an artist, whether you're painting on a mural like I was talking about earlier, or you're writing a song, you're playing guitar and singing a song like I used to do when I thought I was a rock star in high school. But is it kind of, it's a sense of therapy, right? In a sense too?
It is. It is. And it's a sense of like, I mean, for me at least, for me personally, it's a sense of like, I know this is where I come from. This is where I came from. This is part of who I am. And it's like, it's almost like a badge of honor. Like, yo, you made it past this stuff, right?
Sure.
And it's like, sometimes we don't get to express some of those things on like a friend level or like a conversation level. And so,
yeah, you never like artist, talk your problems. We're like, especially men, right? We don't be like, hey, bro, right. You know what happened to me? I felt that thing. So you rap, or you sing a song.
Right. It's like I'm not gonna go to my homie and just come out the blue and be like, hey, bro, I remember when I was 16 and nah.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Those kind.
We should, but we don't. As men, we just don't do it.
Right. And it's like you will with your close-knit group of people, but
sure.
To be able to do that into a full audience, it is therapeutic. It really is.
That's crazy.
And it's a feeling of taking a piece of yourself and just leaving it out there for the world. You know what I mean?
I love that. You make it sound so, and I think it is more. It's weird because like what you said, like we could talk to a homie and just be like, okay, this would happen, but there's something about alluding it to a whole audience. It kind of like takes that crap out of you and just like totally gets it out. And it's like done, and you're just like therapeutic, 100%, right?
Absolutely. And like, you know, in the moments when I used to like grow up doing it, I didn't realize that, like this music is kind of saving my life, you know, like growing up, like I started making music when I was like 13 years old. 13. And so, but I was a knucklehead, you know what I'm saying? I got into a lot of trouble all the way until I was like about to go into adulthood, like 17, 18 years old. And so, but it was the music that like kept me grounded through everything that I was going through. And it was like, nah, regardless of what, I gotta hit the studio. I gotta record something. I like, even if I'm not putting it out just for myself, like it just gave me a sense of pride, you know?
100%. Cassius says, like, facts, music, the soundtrack to your life, got to make it mean something. Love 100%. That, Cassius. Great 100%. Point.
100%. And it's like, if you're not doing it for like those kind of reasons, for me, it's like some of it is it's almost like it's kind of like how they say in NBA, empty stats. You know what I'm saying? You're putting stats on the board, but what are you contributing to, right?
Right.
And so for me, I think even just telling some of the stories of where I've been and where I've been at in certain times in my life, it can maybe inspire someone else to not make these same mistakes, or someone else to make better decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you give an overview of some of those stories, or what was going on in those times from 13 to 17? Some of the things you might have been involved in, just to give value to the audience, right? You came from this spot and now you're at this spot. What was going on around those times?
So if anybody's in the chat that's from Bakersfield, they know I used to live in an apartment complex, actually 2 apartment complexes. One was called the Willows.
The Willows. Is that well known?
We called it the Lows. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And I used to live in another apartment complex called the Ratchets.
Ooh.
The Ratchets.
There's a bunch of ratchets
That's
in
what
there?
we called it. Yes, 100%. It was super ratchet.
Damn.
And so, but I really grew up in the Willows. I grew up in the Lows from the time I was like 10 years old until literally I left Bakersfield at 18. And so, I grew up in a 3-bedroom apartment with me, my 2 sisters. They had girlfriends.
You said there was like 8 people in one of your songs.
I had 8 people in a 3-bedroom apartment at one time.
Crazy. Your sisters.
Yeah, so I had my sister's girlfriend, my other sister, her girlfriend. It was me, it was my little brother, it was my mom, and it was my grandma. 8 people
Wow.
in the 3-bedroom apartment. And this is a small apartment. This isn't like this is the like basically like the projects, honestly. You get what I'm saying?
Sure, sure.
No one ever called it the projects just because the Willows just held like that name stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, they do that here. Like they'll make this like perfectly square area. The building's like super nice, but then there's like a cage around the whole thing. Like that's the projects, that's how, you know what I mean?
That's how mine was. And it was like, yo, sometimes you couldn't even get back inside unless you hopped the fence. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. Nobody's gonna let you in. Yeah.
You know, for real, you couldn't get back inside unless you hopped the fence or you wait for a car to come. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Crazy.
And so that's what I grew up in from the time I was like 10 years old all the way until I was like 17, 18, getting ready to leave Bakersfield. And so along with that, the area that I was in was like always like bad. Like I go like we had a playground in our apartment complex. You go to the playground, it's people out there shooting dice. It's people out there drinking, smoking, whatever. And so like I got into a lot of that stuff way early, like too early.
Shooting dice and everything else.
Yeah, just too early to just be like not only be exposed to the stuff, but be involved in the stuff. Like I'm like 13 years old, like outside on like smoking blunts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like,
I know.
It was normal. And it was normal.
Definitely do.
You know?
Yeah, dude. So, what was the pressure like for there's you know, dad's in there, mom's in there, grandma's in there. I think one of your songs you mentioned like grandma's popping pills to forget about the stress, stuff like that. What was that about?
That one was really about like my grandma at that time was going through like heart surgeries, right? She went through two open heart surgeries. And so I just remember like, and this is why to this day, like I won't take an Advil, I won't take an aspirin, I won't take none of that stuff, right? I'm not a fan of like pills like that. And so I just remember growing up and like, you know how like older people have like the Monday, Tuesday.
Oh
Wednesday,
yeah, they have
like,
the tackle
pills.
box of pills.
The tackle
Monday
box,
through
right.
Sunday.
Yo, I'm talking about like it's like 9 pills in each of these, but they're like things that are like prescribed like through doctors to like help her. You know what I'm saying? But it's
supposedly
like,
help them.
Pain. Thank you. That's the point I was saying.
Dude, I hate pills myself too. I hate pills.
Yeah, and it got to a point when I realized like, wait a minute, like this isn't helping. This is really like addictive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it got to a point to where like when she would come off of one pill, it was almost like a withdrawal effect to where like now her body actually needs these pills. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like that commercial when they have a new pill. They're like, okay, this will fix your eyesight, but you're going to lose your liver, your kidney, and you might have a heart attack just in case. There's the bottom of the copyright.
Right. And it's like I felt they was doing more damage than good. But at the same time, it was like she was in pain, just trying to figure out a way through these doctors on how to get rid of like her like physical like pain. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Not knowing that it was like addictive opioids that she's putting into herself. You know what I mean? But that's where that story comes from, really.
Crazy.
And that's why I don't mess with pills, because I saw it firsthand. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's sad, and it's scary because you're not she's not a nurse, she's not a doctor, we're not nurses, we're not doctors. You're trying to figure out, like you said, like how can I fix this pain without getting addicted. We're like looking up stuff on the internet, trying to figure it out. You know, we're not professionals, so we really rely on our doctors to help us through these things, and sometimes, if depending on the doctor, they may do the wrong thing. It's crazy.
100%. And like I said, like I was young smoking weed, right? I was super young smoking weed. And so I brought a blunt to my grandma. Like, you gotta just try something.
Oh, you were ahead of the game, because that's what they do now. It's cannabis.
No, for real. And this is before like people was advocating for that. I'm like, you gotta try something different. Like, you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm young, but again, I'm running around doing whatever. Like my family already knew that like I was smoking and stuff like that. It's like, so I was like, you need this. You might need it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it helped her with a lot of pain and helped her get off of like 5 different.
So she tried it. She listened to you. That's awesome.
She did, and to where she was down to like only like 3 pills a day
compared
to like 10 a day.
That's incredible. Crazy.
Yeah,
What is up, AJ Brown? Welcome in, AJ Brown. He says Niko is the GOAT.
Yeah, those videos, those music videos, Cockpit that we was talking about, AJ Brown did that. Grateful Minds Productions. Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos that you came out with recently. Before we get to that though, because I want to talk about those videos. I want to get into a little bit like, so when you talk about, so I'm imagining, because when I was listening to that song Cockpit, I was like imagining myself in that room, like blasting the music. So for us to kind of get to know the surrounding and the feeling around that at that time, what were those sounds that do you remember what kind of sounds you were blasting out of your speakers at that time?
Are you saying like as far as like the writing process of it?
Well, like what kind of, because there's all the time with artists, there's always influence, right? There's always music from the past that they listen to that inspires them.
Gotcha.
And so when you're 13, 14 and just maybe starting to write, there's stuff that you're listening to. What was that teacher in the music for you?
For me, it was Lil Wayne.
Nice.
It was J. Cole.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar.
There we go.
Definitely Nas.
Oh yeah, master.
Hit Boy. I've always been a big fan of Hit Boy. Like even his just rapping.
Hit Boy.
Like not even just beats, just rapping. I always listen to Hit Boy. Honestly, Ludacris was a big influence to me.
Nice.
Joey Badass, absolutely. That was like my foundation right there coming up.
That's a lot. That's like, awesome.
First started music. That was my foundation of like influence and like people that I was really bumping and listening to. And so that's why a lot of my music comes out so like conscious in a way, like self-aware and just like speaking vulnerably and speaking from the heart. But I really got like my I don't know how to really say it, like my mainstream vibe from like Lil Wayne and like a couple other people like Future, even Drake. Like I'm not even gonna doubt that I listen to Drake too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it was a lot of people that had a lot of influence, but those main people I suggest, like I said, it was definitely like my like main influences coming up for sure.
It makes a lot of sense because your sound is very polished. It's like I said, the masters are incredible, the production's incredible, but like you're saying, like as you're writing in the back of your head, you're creating pieces that are, when I listen to it, I'm like, that's sellable. Like, you know, I can listen to stuff and that's awesome. I enjoy it. You know, I there's no famous people coming on my show. It's all underground. But when I listen to yours, I'm like, that's sellable. Like that could be on the radio. So it's different. I appreciate that. Let's listen to another one. I want to listen to Enceladas. Is that how you pronounce it?
Which one?
Enceladas. Enceladas? Enceladas. It's Abu and Niko Cochise. Is that the right one? Let me see.
If I'm being honest, that one is a feature track, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to play a song, I would look up a song called Swivel.
Swivel? Okay, let me check it out.
Yeah. SWIVEL.
There it is. Perfect. Let's listen to this. If you're just joining us, Niko Cochise on the Race Plays Radio Show. This song is called Swivel, a 2023 release.
Heads spinning on a swivel, going round and round. Too many people in the world trying to knock me down. I'ma keep fighting until the day I'm in the ground. I couldn't see it back then, but I see it now. Oh yeah, I see it now. Couldn't see it back then, but I see it now. Oh yeah, I see it now. Couldn't see it back then, no. I grew up as a screw up, getting screwed up like Texas. 5 deep in a Honda, right around like we swerving a Lexus. Blue shit, cause I'm trying to get my pockets fat like Precious. For a necklace, leave them necklace. For a check, we was living reckless. Backwoods smoke in the air. A lot of old stuff the kitchenware, cause society never playing fair. They don't wanna see us make it out of here. Friends die so damn much, it's a funeral every week, man. Raising funds for a funeral, it's a different face every week, man. Never had a pair of new J's, so I ran out the mall with some. Never held 10 bands, so we ran into hustle for income. First lick was in junior high, I was always down to ride. Put a bag, I was outside, fuck being broke, I'ma get mine. Niggas turned into 6'9", a lot of friends doing major time. My gut told me that they don't ride, God sent a blessing from the sky. In this life you don't get much chances, I won't stay where I'm standing. When you on the road, they say you fake, in the hood you abandoned. Out here trying to show people better, but they ain't understanding. That's why I've been ghost, next year I'ma be in the fandom. Get in my way, see you away, and make your mama throw a tantrum. I did a whole lot of planning with this to put my family in a mansion. Head spinning on a swivel, going round and round. Too many people in the world trying to knock me down. I'ma keep fighting until the day I'm in the ground. I couldn't see it back then, but I see it now. Oh yeah, I see it now. Couldn't see it.
Holy moly, if you're just joining us, that song is called Swivel, 2023 release from Niko Cochise. We have him live here in studio right here on our show. I think so. 2023, that album releases. Are there any releases? Are you releasing anything in 2024?
Absolutely. I got a project that I'm thinking about calling Lost Tapes. And it's just some of the songs that I recorded over the years that I think that isn't out, like they may not be album type of songs, but they're album worthy songs, right? And they're great songs. Like they're great songs. I just don't know what to do with them or where to place them. And so I'm just gonna release them all together.
Nice.
All together. Yeah, and I'm gonna call them either Lost Tapes or Cold Files. And I think I'm gonna call it Cold Files actually, most likely. But I'm gonna be releasing that this year. I'm also gonna be releasing another project this year that I'm actually currently working on right now.
Yeah, there's
so 2 projects.
I mean, this is the world of singles. So you can almost drop them individually. You can drop them together. It's an awesome world that we're living in, music wise.
100%. And I have a lot of singles outside of those 2 projects that are coming out. So I got a lot of singles that will be coming out in between, before, and after those albums. So this whole year, I'm just going to be releasing and dropping and dropping and dropping. This year to me is the year of content. I'm gonna be really focusing on like a lot of content, and just like self-made content for myself and getting real creative with some of the stuff that I'm doing. Because again, we're artists, right? You don't always have to push your artistic value into just the music. I'm gonna do it visually also.
Nice.
So I'm really proud of myself on that this year.
Hell yeah. What do you think is the shift? I mean, you obviously are writing songs. Sometimes what I think happens a lot is that we're kind of influenced by what's going on in our life, right? So talk about what's been going on since 2023, talk about 2023 up until now with the God Mode release. What's been the difference?
The difference is I've always been chasing my dream, right? I've always chased it. I always have chased it ever since I started it at 13. And I'm talking about chasing it like hard, like making real sacrifices, jumping city to city, really trying to like make it happen with $0 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I do. I'm doing it now.
Yeah. and so what was different is that in 2023, I went on a really, really good run, like a big, big run. As far as like releasing features, content, shows, pop-ups, like all kinds of stuff. I was really just like doing anything I could to like really push the envelope, you know? And the thing that changed from that time till now is after I released my album See You There, I said to myself, I'm gonna remove myself from music for a while. I wanted the peace of mind of looking at what I've done so far and being able to look at it from an outside perspective, along with being a fan of what's going on around me, right? I didn't want to not only tire myself out, but I wanted the break to really just evaluate what it is I need to tune up. And I couldn't see it while I was in it, if that makes sense.
Smart, dude. That's some U2 stuff, like what U2 did back in the 80s. They like played for a bunch of years, and then they're like, we're going to stop. And everyone's like, oh, that sucks, freaking U2. They'll never be back. But then, what's up, Chris Dollar? Chris Dollar in the house. What is up? What is up? What is up?
That's my boy.
There you go, Chris Dollar in the house. And then eventually they came back, but everybody was so fearful that U2 would never come back. And now, obviously, they've been playing many years. But super wise of you to see that. How old are you? Can I ask how old you are?
Yeah. I'm 27.
27, dude. That's some freaking wisdom for a 27 years old, sir. Dude, so you're like.
I told myself.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I told myself that because again, I was chasing it for like if you like count from when I was a kid or even taking it seriously, 10 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? 6 years really seriously. 10 years just being broke, running around trying to make music.
Didn't think about that. If you think about that, like a lot of kids are starting so early. Like you're like, oh, they're stopping at 26. Well, dude, they've been doing it since they were 13, so they've been doing it for a lot of years. They do need a break. Right. And you're smart. You're like, I don't want to burn out. Let's take a little break, and then let's watch and see what you released. See the quality. You probably looked at the quality. You probably looked at tweaks. How did I write back then? And then you're able, from seeing that view and from that side of things, you're able to write God mode.
Yes.
Right.
And the you know what's crazy about that? The biggest thing that I took away from like stepping back was being a fan of music again. Like and I'm talking about like my peers, like people that like I know, like people that make music that like I know personally and like are doing things, or people that I just know through social media from a friend of a friend of a friend, right? Like I was able to like step back and just look at the landscape of not only myself, but just the field of like what people are doing in the now, and be a fan of it, and also take some of my own influence from what I see people doing that like I love to, like I'm entertained by and I love to see. And that to me, that was the biggest thing, because when I was in it, or like when you're in it, it's more like a competitive mode. You're trying to achieve something. And it's not like a knock to anybody or like you're hating on someone. It's just the fact that to me, rap is a sport. I do this to be the best. I don't do this just to do it. I do it to try to be the best. And so,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with friendly competition. That's what it's all about. You want to strive to be the best.
Exactly. But to take myself out the equation and just be a fan, it was a beautiful thing to me to just feel that, for a moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it must have been amazing for you to especially there in Slow, because there's so much music out. Like nobody thinks about San Luis Obispo, but there's studios out there, there's bands, there's hip hop. There's a whole hip hop scene up there. So it's crazy. And you get to listen to them and see what they're doing. And it influences you, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Casey family. Shout out to Garrick Niffen. Shout out to Chris Dollar. Shout out to Big Time Bake doing this thing out there in Ventura and Oxnard. It's a lot of people doing some really, really amazing things. Shout out to Popsky and Underground Magazine in Los Angeles. It's just so many things going on with like the circle of people that I've met over the years. It was a good thing to step back and just look at them and enjoy what they're doing. You know what I mean? It was really therapeutic for me to just sit back and watch what they're doing and enjoy it from a fan perspective, not an artist perspective.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. I know the feeling. Chris Dollar says he appreciates you, by the way, in the chat. Chris Dollar, come on the show, by the way, and all your friends come on the show. You guys are open invite whenever you want. The thing, I had the kind of same feeling like when I was starting to because I DJ on Saturdays at 7 in the morning on Twitch, so I play music, get to chill, play music, hang out with my community, hang out with Painting Polish, hang out with all my friends. It's therapeutic, number one. But I finally, because I come from a music background, I used to play music when I was 16 all the way till I was in my 30s, and so finally I got to just besides, because I love talking to people, but besides talking to people, I added in this extra thing. Is like I can listen to music and appreciate jazz, blues, hip hop. Yesterday, I don't know if you know this, but when we were on Twitch, I played your music for 30 minutes. Like it was all Niko Cochise.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's love, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, and then we got into jazz, of course, because jazz is my thing. But we played Niko Cochise like crazy yesterday. It was out of control.
That's dope, man. Thank you.
What about let's listen to the song "Alive" real quick.
Yes.
Hold on one
I love
second.
that song.
Let me know if you can hear it. Fire in the chats. We're with Niko Cochise. This song is called "Alive." Let's go, Chris Dollar with the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fires in the chat. Let's go. This one's got that like 30-second intro.
Let you breathe. Let you breathe.
Breathe.
This the time they be feeling alive.
It's that boom bap that I love.
My name in the sky. All you see is fire in my heart when you look in my eyes. I'm a blaze a trail for my people till I'm not alive. This the time they be feeling alive. Came from the mud. I'm a rise to my name in the sky. All you see is fire in my heart when you look in my eyes. I'm a blaze the trail for my people till I'm not alive. Through dark hours, I shine bright just like LEDs. I grew up on VHS, not even DVDs. I stole my mama beer cans and my papa's weed. Now we the plug of the coast, hell CDC. I'm outside like wilderness, doing wild shit by nature while the hell in the vapors of the finest spliff. I make a toast for the bread that I made and all of the lyrics I say. Niko Cochise made a way. Remember in middle school they would ask why I'm writing all day. On one way, take it out of here, had came from a page written in the vault. Remember dreams was light years away. My head been in the clouds every day, know what's around the way. Closer than I've ever been, I can't miss it by a hair. Looked in the mirror and told the boy I'ma see you there. Now I'm the man without a doubt, ain't no musical chairs. I gotta talk my shit for these rappers, they think they compare. I came through with heart and soul, they came through with cars and hoes. I came here to make it known. Niko now was on the throne, look at the kingdom I built. The 805 soldier is home, here to take it all. This prophecy was written in stone, spreading through the land like a motherfucking wildfire. I don't get tired, I just watch the money pile higher. I was dreaming every day, had CDs and LimeWire. Started out with nothing, now I'm building up an empire.
CDs and LimeWire. You are listening to Niko Cochise on the Raise Flays radio show. Sick line. One of the sick lines on that song right there. The kids in middle school asking you, what are you writing? And you say, a ticket out of here. I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. 100%.
You just shot a music video for this. This is a 2023 release, and you just shot the music video. Is this what you're talking about when you're trying to start to do the visuals things and try to step out?
That video is actually part of my rollout for my last album.
Oh,
so that was released in 2023 also. That one is actually part of that whole like album run.
So that video was from 2023? Oh, yes. Great. It looked new. I was like, dang, it looks 4K. I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah. Actually, and AJ Brown, shout out to AJ Brown that was in the chat. He recorded that.
Dude, AJ Brown, sick video. Is he a videographer or something?
He is.
AJ Brown, come on the show. We got to talk about this amazing video. The desert scene, the hat, your work. The 30-second intro gives you time to work on the hat. You're like working on the hat for like 30 seconds, getting it just right. And then boom, and the microphone's hanging from the sky. Crazy video. Awesome video.
Yeah, we just come up with crazy ideas when we get together. I kind of just tell them, hey, I'm feeling this spot. Let's figure out some good angles on what we could do with this spot, and like just our minds together we always come out with some great content. That's sick. But to go to like your point about like now, like what I'm coming with now, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Sweet.
it's gonna be some things that are way different than what people seen from me, and I think that's gonna be very prevalent and like noticed. It's gonna be noticed. Um, I would my saying is like, be a chameleon. Don't be a one trick pony.
Hell yeah.
Be a chameleon. Don't be a one trick pony. I don't want to be the master of like just lyricism. I don't want to be the master of just making hooks. I don't want to be the master of making a vibe or like an R&B song that makes people just feel warm inside. I want to be able to be the master of all these things all together. I'm trying to be the last airbender. You get what I'm saying?
Damn. He's bending air. By the way, he sings. There's some of these songs you actually sing on.
Yeah.
Like you can actually sing, bro.
Yeah.
What were you in choir when you were young, or how did you learn how to sing?
Honestly, I just grew up with a lot of R&B.
Oh, crazy!
Like Alicia Keys, Usher, like all kinds of like R&B. Jacquees way back in the day, Trey Songz, Pleasure P, like all these like old R&B songs that like always resonated with me. And so like I don't come from like a singing background of like people like me singing publicly or like that, but I come from an influence of like I'm still an R&B fan. I'm not just a rap fan. I'm an R&B fan also,
Wow, that's incredible. So you taught yourself because you're really, really good at singing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
That's crazy. That's insane. Yeah. So I would try to do as much of that as you possibly can, because you have a ton of raps. Obviously the rap is incredible, but you add that singing on top with the hooks and all that. Forget about it. You're making.
Yeah, I got a song that's coming out really soon called 2 Cups.
Nice.
And actually, you're probably getting the first spill on this.
Rage Plays exclusive. Here you go.
Yeah, and that's coming out really soon, probably for the next like week or two. And that song gives me like just busting. Like it's singing, it's still with a rap, but it's melodic. It's very melodic, very like people will like it.
And it's going to be a single release.
Single release.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe we jump on Twitch or something like that and listen to it live and do a little talk on it or something like that.
I'm so down for that.
Yeah?
I'm so down.
Maybe it'd be like a Race Plays exclusive release.
Yes, sir. We will set it up.
Hell yeah. Let's set that up. What about any live? Do you do any live shows and stuff like that? I mean, there's a lot of opportunities up there in Slow. They got a lot of bars and stuff like that up there.
Yeah. What's crazy is like I did so many live shows out here. It was to a point to where like I said, I gotta stop.
That's enough.
And so I'm still willing to do live shows. It's just that, this year I'm not focused on that as much. I'm really focused on giving the audience as much like video, social media content.
Smart.
And the reason why I say that is because I did do a lot of live shows out here, but
did you get in trouble?
Like I'll be honest. The people that are here, like in my area, are mostly like college people that are going to college and stuff like that, right?
They're partying it up.
It's not really big. And so, like, I want to reach my target audience of, like, real hip-hop fans, real rap fans, real music fans.
Right.
And so I think I'm going to, if I put my time and my effort into these videos and into pushing it into places I feel that it belongs, I feel like the return on that is a lot bigger than doing live shows locally in my area.
100%, dude. It's really amazing that you can do that in our time, or in my time when we were putting out music, basically you had a 4-track machine and then you'd have to drive that tape over to your friends and hand it out to each one. And now your audience is the world. You just put it up in the sky and the cloud and Spotify and your music's on Apple Music as well, so it's incredible. Guys, be sure to follow this guy on Apple Music. Put your freaking star on the Spotify. He's got amazing music on there as well. Live shows, And now Smart, you're doing the video stuff. That's the future. That's the way it is now. I found you. That's where I found you on social media. I don't know how the heck you were in one of my comments or something like that. I found you, and then I click, and I don't, you know, I'm a music fan. I'm a past musician, so I don't say everybody that I click is going to be. You're good. That's what I'm saying. I bring in the best of the best on the show, and you're one of them. So guys, make sure you follow Niko Cochise, my friend. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, man. Anytime you want me back, just let me know.
Cool. Yeah, we'll set up that Niko Cochise release 2 cups is coming out soon, and you're going to hear it first here on Raised Flaves. He's going to load it up to Spotify or Apple, and then it'll be there in the background, and then on that night, we'll play it for you live, and you get to hear it here on the show for the first time. This is the Raised Flaves radio show. That was Niko Cochise from Bakersfield. My friends, stay thirsty, not dangerous. Have a great one. Be safe.